to survive the Pacific Northwest. But for now, Mike, no rain in sight.
No, in fact, that is a big part of our weather story over the next few days. We've got a big ridge of high pressure that's going to build, that's going to really warm us up and really dry us out. So here's what you need to know in the short term. Saturday, no worries. It's going to be a beautiful day. We're talking about upper 70s, lower 80s, and plenty of sunshine. A little bit overcast to start the day off, but it will clear in the afternoon. Now, the heat kicks in on Sunday and lasts through all of next week. And, we're talking about highs that will be in the upper 80s and lower 90s, even maybe some mid 90s in some spots. Obviously, along with that comes increased fire danger, and it looks like that's going to be from late this weekend into next week. So we'll talk about the mechanics first. We've been showing you this a lot. So far this summer, every single time the reds and the oranges try and come up from the south there, we get one of these low pressure systems and the associated trough that kind of shoves it back down again. That lucky streak has run out. Take a look at this. This ridge of high pressure so strong, so pervasive that it's going to take that trough and send it up and over us. So as we go through the course of the week here, this thing goes way up into Canada, doesn't touch down again until it comes into the Great Lakes region, and it just sits and builds and amplifies over the next few days. Another hallmark of high pressure is that it clears, dries, and warms. Take a look at this. You got a few just remnant clouds and some light showers in British Columbia, and you have to go all the way down to Utah and Nevada to see any more of that, because that ridge of high pressure is just warming and drying the region. So numerically, watch this jump. From Saturday, we go to 80. On Tuesday, it looks like we're going to peak at 90, and you notice that Monday and Wednesday are also very warm days as well. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a heat wave. Now, the big thing here is that it's not going to be a prolonged one. In fact, the 8 to 14 temperature outlook looks like by next weekend, things will start to settle back down again. So it doesn't look like it's something that's going to last the whole month of August. Now, here's where this comes into play. Watch this. This is the Snoqualmie Boeing Classic this weekend. Today, 77 was the high. Tomorrow, 81, no worries. But my big concern here is that people who are coming back for the final on Saturday are going to see a major jump in temperatures. That's not a typo. It goes from 81 to 90 in some of those inland valleys there. So hats, sunscreen, hydration, shade, bring out your A game. Now, I know sometimes people feel like we're kind of preaching to them, but this is really important because we really haven't seen heat of this magnitude so far this summer. If you or somebody in your party is experiencing dizziness, confusion, heavy sweating, nausea, weakness, or something that just doesn't seem right, get them out of the sun, get them into the shade, and if they do pass out, make sure you call 911. It can be very serious. The other thing that's very serious here is the drought. We've been talking about this for a while. We desperately need some rain. We got it earlier this week, but not really enough to help. So things are dry out there. We already have several active wildfires. And a thing that I want to point out is that when that high pressure fully kicks in there, we could start to see some more wildfire haze across much of the region. Winds will actually stake from the north through most of the weekend here, but then as we go towards next week, we'll start to see those become offshore, and that can dry us out even more. But it doesn't look like it's going to be super gusty. It looks like it'll be fairly mellow. 7-day forecast shows August in effect all week long, but by the time we get to this time next week, we'll mellow it out and get it back into the lower 80s.